Is Thailand really free, prosperous, or a paradise as they promote themselves? When mentioning Thailand, the first thing that comes to many people's minds is probably a place for entertainment, girls, sex, tourism, cuisine, culture, etc. However, if we only look at Thailand through the lens or sparkling tourist photos, we will miss the dark side behind that flashy shell, where a society carries countless political conflicts, social scandals, and painful problems hidden behind hospitable smiles. Over the years, many people have admired Thailand for its strong economy in the rapidly developing tourism industry and its ability to promote the national image in a systematic and strategic way. Many people even exaggerate that Thai tourism has done better in Asia than other countries for decades. But there is a truth that few people pay attention to. Every country has a dark side, and Thailand, although famous as an Asian tourist paradise, is no exception to that rule. Since the transition to a constitutional monarchy in 1932, Thailand has experienced more than 23 coups, becoming a characteristic cultural feature. A coup is a change of government by force or political intrigue that often leads to crisis. But in Thailand, this has become normal. Thai people see coups as a scheduled event, and as long as they do not affect their lives, they do not care who is in power. The underlying reason lies in the political system where two forces exist side by side. On one side is the monarchy, representing the people. On the other side is the monarchy, whose power is symbolic, but whose influence is very real. Since the semi-revolution of 1932, Thailand has never fully transitioned to a true democracy. Instead, there is a constant tug-of-war between interest groups, with the military acting as a balance of power, and also the one who frequently staged coups. The Thai army, though well-equipped, suffers from a paradox: many generals and few soldiers. At one point, the country had 1,700 generals, but many of them were just there for show, while many were secretly involved in power struggles, seeking to manipulate the government to serve their own personal interests. The result was a series of coups that happened as they pleased, sometimes even changing the constitution to legitimize the new power. This situation continued as people, especially the youth, became increasingly frustrated with the lack of transparency and true democracy. It culminated in political conflict when the power of the royal family became the subject of question, especially during the reign of the current king, Rama X. Unlike his father, who was praised for his virtue, humility, and devotion to the country, King Rama X is a complete opposite. He was known as a playboy, preferring to live abroad rather than in his homeland. Having appeared at the airport many times in offensive outfits, Rama X was criticized by the people for his isolated lifestyle, unworthy of the image of a head of state. His list of wives and lovers was so long that it became a topic of gossip throughout the country, while 3 of his wives had publicly divorced, creating media scandals that cooled the people's hearts towards the royal family. Worse still, while citizens are forbidden from criticizing the monarchy and are punished with up to 15 years in prison for insulting the monarchy is effectively above the law. This injustice has sparked a wave of mass protests, especially among students, popularly known for their calls for reform of the monarchy and the establishment of true democracy. However, not everyone is interested in politics, because Thailand is also famous for its smokeless industry. Tourism. Every year, this country attracts tens of millions of international visitors, bringing in more than $70 billion, contributing greatly to the economy. But the dark side of tourism is also undeniable. Tourists coming to Thailand will easily see the remarkable development of tourism infrastructure, services, and hospitable people. But behind the scenes, red light districts appear everywhere. Prostitution develops underground and openly. Many girls, including transgender people, are pushed into a dead end. The result is the spread of disease, gender violence, and moral degradation in some parts of society. Not only that, the environment is also paying the price for rapid development, with garbage overflowing on famous beaches, forests being cut down to build resorts, wild animals being hunted and sold to tourists, and sacred temples becoming places of business rather than places of spiritual practice. In the south of the country, where many Muslims live, ethnic and religious conflicts still smolder. Violence, terrorism, and separatism are common occurrences. Meanwhile, ethnic minorities in the northern mountains, such as the Karen and San, have to rely on tourism to survive, but suffer discrimination and unfair competition. Thailand is a beautiful, diverse, and unique country, but it is also a place where political instability, social injustice, environmental pollution, and ethnic conflicts are creating widening cracks. A country that is both fascinating and full of contradictions. And perhaps after all, Thailand is the clearest proof of the saying, there is no place that is a complete paradise, and sometimes the most sparkling things obscure the most unacceptable truth. What do you think about Thailand after all of the above? Leave your comments below.